Hey, it's another video of me. Usually I upload every day, or like every 2 days, a video, and I don't know, I was 7 days away from YouTube, which is not a lot, but I don't know, I just didn't want to upload on YouTube because I was working on my art, and I just realized that I want to concentrate working on my art because I was like sitting there being like, yeah, I don't want to create anything else beside my art. I don't want to do YouTube videos anymore because I want to create something that is really good and not like just really bad stuff. And I looked at my videos, and for a moment I was convinced that my videos are horrible, because there's not a lot of work put into them. There is not a lot of thought put into them, and for me it was like, I want to be a real artist, and it's really hard for me to put that into words. I'm not really good with wording myself in the way I want, but I was more into creating my art because I wanted to create something really unique, something that takes a lot of work, something where people look up to and they remember it. And I felt like I don't want to do this YouTube shit anymore. I don't want to create like stupid videos where I just talk. It's stupid. Like, there's nothing artistic about it. I want to be known for good stuff, where I put work into it and not be seen for my videos, And I let them on YouTube, but there wasn't any meaning behind it anymore for me. So, really traumatic. I was away for 7 days, and now I'm kind of back. I still don't know where my journey goes. I could still disappear from YouTube. But today I just realized that I don't think so much anymore about it, and maybe I should just be happy, and maybe there is nothing wrong with doing videos. Maybe people still take me serious as an artist in the future, because that would have been really cool. And still, it kind of helps me to make videos, to put my thoughts out there, So today I was like, maybe I'm gonna do a YouTube video again, I could still disappear from YouTube. I don't know. Could still happen, and I just focus on my art. The only thing that never leaves me is my story, my art. Since I am 4 years old, I always told stories. I was always working on some comics, so it's just something, a passion that followed me my whole life, and it will never stop. So I will always create. I mean, I don't know, if I will get pregnant one day and I will have children, I will probably focus on the kids, but as long as this doesn't happen, I will just focus on my art. And the good thing about life is that you don't know where your journey will go. You will not know what happened in the future. Maybe your life will be totally static. There will be nothing entertaining happening in your future, but you don't know. Maybe there will be something interesting happening in the future. You don't know. So you just have to keep going. You just have to keep grinding and hope for the best and dream and be optimistic that that you can change your life around. This is the attitude I have right now. I still have days where I have a moment where I feel like for like 4 hours fucking depressed, and I feel like everything is meaningless. But then it gets better, and I feel motivated again, and I keep going on my art. When I'm really depressed, I sometimes don't work on my art because it just feels meaningless. And working out really helps. I work out a lot. I go out regularly, breathing some fresh air because it's really healthy for your body. I try to eat as healthy as possible because I realize if I eat healthy, I feel much better with my body. My body feels nutrition and my mind just works. I try to eat as less sugar as possible because, like, sugar is really not good for your body, you know? So I try to minimize this, even going to no sugar at all. Maybe I will, at a birthday, will eat a cake or something, but I want to eat much more less sugar. The only thing I'm not gonna stop is drinking coffee, you know? Now, recording this, I think again of, what if I connect with people on YouTube? What if it's interesting to build up an audience on YouTube and read the comments? Maybe that feels good, you know? So maybe it's interesting to have this small diary. And maybe it's not really about what other people do on YouTube, but maybe my diary is kind of special because I'm a comic artist, because I have such high dreams, you know, and maybe there's something unique about it that makes it different from other channels that kind of stands out, because I think a lot of stuff that people produce on YouTube, on social media, is just really materialistic. And I fucking hate it. I hate social media so much. You know, sometimes social media is the reason why I get depressed. This is why I don't try to look too much on social media, because there's so much uninspiring stuff on social media. I just fucking hate it. I don't like it here, you know? And, I mean, quite honest, there are not a lot of people in my life that I find inspiring. Like, most people on social media are fucking idiots, you know? There are just some exceptions where I'm like, yeah, this person's really good. The good thing is those people tend to be big sometimes, like, I don't know, PewDiePie, Moist Critical, like, those are people I look up to, that I like, yeah, I'm glad that this person exists, and I'm so grateful that people like Charlie have a bunch of subscribers. It just makes me feel so much better because, like, listening to his videos just gets me out of my depression sometimes, because he just feels like a person that actually gives a fuck about a lot of stuff, and that's really great. Like like, even with small channels, I see so many uninspiring small channels where I'm like, nobody, like, do something original. Like, don't just do anything what everybody else is doing. But yeah, there is so much stuff produced on social media that is, I feel like 99% of stuff that content that people produce online is unnecessary. And like, the fact that so many people spend their lifetime creating this stuff and wasting their life and creating stupid stuff that is meaningless as fuck just makes me fucking sick in my head, you know? And I don't like that. But on the other hand, it keeps me motivated, because then I feel like, yeah, I can create actually something special. Maybe nobody's gonna watch it, but I still can feel better about myself because I'm trying to be original. I'm trying to create something that is artistic, something that is kind of entertaining. I'm trying harder than everybody else, you know? And that keeps me going, you know? But it's still hard because sometimes you just feel alone and you don't feel proud about your own work, and you don't want to look at it, and you feel like the biggest idiot. And I know, like, I'm right now in an apartment where I get kind of like help. I don't get health. I get help for my living situation, because I have a schizophrenia, and it's kind of like a social kind of thing where they hate, like, I can talk to certain people, and they take care of my medication and stuff. It's kind of really good because you always have someone to talk to. And they told me, like, yeah, it's normal to have a bad day sometimes, as long as the rest of the day is mostly good, it's alright. And at first I was like, yeah, that's true. But no, I don't want this shit. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to have a fucking depression once a day, because those moments are so hard and you suffer so much that I don't want this. I want every day to be a happy person. I know this sounds to some people unrealistic, but it's not like I really want to achieve this. I don't want to work for that. I just want it to be like that. Because I have moments where I just don't care anymore, where I just feel like everything is alright, everything is good. And then I ask myself, why can't this be always the case? That I don't care so much and I just keep going. Because those depressed states are really unnecessary when you think about it, because it's just made up in your mind. It's not real. Like, yeah. I got really emotional, kind of. And yeah, I have a lot of mood cycles at the moment where I feel good and then I feel bad and then I feel good and then I feel bad. And I don't like that. And yeah, I don't know, maybe there is something meaningful about this, that I create a channel where I kind of document myself and you can see my life and you can see the journey of a human being. And maybe this is already good enough, because I'm a really real person. Maybe there is something cool about this. Maybe it is meaningful to some people. Yeah, I just hope that my art, I'm being quite honest, I want my art to be big one day. I want Stonebreaker to be a story where a lot of people know it and they're like, yeah, this is a really good story. Like, they're really into it. I don't want it to just be one of a lot of webtoons or webcomics. I want it to be a story. I don't know. I know that sounds fucking crazy. But I want it to be a story, like, I don't know, where people look, I don't know, like Berserk. People know Berserk. Berserk is critically acclaimed, and I want it to be like this as well. I know my art is not as good as Berserk at all. And not at all. It's worse. It's not that great, but the story. Yeah. Even though I'm still a beginner and probably in 5 years, I hope I develop a lot as an artist and my storytelling becomes better, but I already think it's kind of original and great. And I know this sounds like fucking insane, for some people, because they look at my number of subscribers and they're like, yeah, you have 646 subscribers. And some people who would be realistic would be like, yeah, you shouldn't aim so high. You just should be happy to be kind of a little person that has a webcomic. No, I don't want this, because think about it. There are reasons why Berserk is a big story. It's not luck. It's not luck. Miura just not got popular just by luck. His story got big because he was really working hard and because he has something to tell, and I think I have this too. I don't want to say my story is like Berserk. I would never tell. Berserk is a masterpiece. Like, I don't feel like I feel my story is good, but I would never say like my story is as good as Berserk. No. I don't want to say that. And I don't know, but I still think my story is good. And I just aim for the highest because I think I have something to tell, And I think true storytellers can make it big. I believe in that because they actually create a story that people can connect to, that people can that touches the hearts of people. I just think that's true, and that's not luck, I don't think that, but maybe I will never get popular. I don't know. Maybe it will never happen because not enough people see it, But I want to become big, yeah, and I don't care if people tell me I should aim for lower goals because it would make me more happy. No, I don't care. I want to create a story where people look up to it one day and be like, yeah, this person, not just this person, but they know Stonebrick and they're like, yeah, Stonebrick is fucking great. Like, it's a really good story. Like, it's like people care about it. A lot of people. You know, the whole world. I know people tell me like I'm stupid. Like, people hear that and they see at my subscriber count and they think like, who's that nobody talking about this, you know? But I don't care. This is what I want right now, and maybe, I don't know, maybe when I meet certain people, my mind will change and I have other life goals, but this is what drives me at the moment and what I want to do right now, and I think there is nothing wrong about this. You know, you just have to keep going. You have to keep moving, and yeah. I hope I will keep feeling good, because I don't know, the depressing states just happen like I'm just happy for a while and then I feel lonely and I get scared and I feel empty inside and I feel like nothing is changing. I'm never gonna make a big story. My manga is never gonna get big. I will just be this one small creator, and when I'm 80, yeah, nothing will happen in my life. You know, my life will be static. I sometimes feel like that. But then I think like I do so much in such a short amount of time that I'm still 28, you know? There's still a bunch of months until I'm 29. There is so much stuff I can still create. I already created in 6 months 7 chapters, which is amazing. I should be proud of that, you know? I got like 30,000 readers in 6 months, which is already cool. You know, this is already a big number. And maybe I should just, maybe the only thing that is probably the hardest part is be patient. Because like 10 years, in 10 years I'm 38, and this is still a long time. That can happen so much in 10 years, you know? So much can happen in 10 years. So maybe I just have to be patient. Yeah, and now at the moment I kind of feel like I want to do more videos, but you have to understand, I'm sometimes someone who has an idea. It's not the case with my manga. I always want to do my manga. With my manga, I'm always with my manga. You know, I never stop doing my manga, you know? But with everything else in my life, I'm sometimes like, yeah, I want to do that, and then I'm not going to do it. And the next day, I think totally different about it. And then I don't want to do it at all, you know? And that's kind of the thing with YouTube. You're like, no, I have moments where I'm like being there, like, yeah, I really want to do YouTube videos. And then on the next day, I feel like this is really stupid. And then I'm not gonna do it, you know? And also, I know I made a post where I said I'm gonna do a YouTube essay, but that probably will not happen because it takes too much work. And I started to work on an essay a little bit, but I know I said in a post that I'm gonna do an essay, but I'm not gonna do that. And maybe it's gonna change in the next month. I don't know, but probably not. I will just keep doing those real life diaries because they take much lesser time and I just need time for my manga, you know? So yeah. It still sucks sometimes when I go outside and I have a walk and I listen to a lot of like music that makes me feel a lot, and I listen to that, and then I have a lot of scenery in my head for my story, you know, and then I feel so overexcited. When this excitement is gone, I feel really empty, and I don't like to have this excitement anymore. I want to have a balanced life, and I don't want this overexcitement, because it's like a dopamine rush that is really intense. And after that, I always feel like shit. I feel good in a moment, but after that, I feel like shit because of the overexcitement. Because then I realize, then always there comes the question, can I be I come into my house and I realize reality. And then I'm like, this excitement was really unnecessary. And then I feel fucking sad. So I don't like this excitement. I just want to feel normal. You know, I just want to feel, I don't know, I just want to be like, I like to have cool sceneries in my head, but like on a kind of balanced state. I want to have balance in my life. I don't want this overexcitement, because every time it's gone, I feel empty. Or I feel like nothing is changing. My life is static. And I'm done with this fucking feeling. I don't like this. I don't like like, it just happens. You know, I work out, I eat healthy. I'm getting out every day to breathe fresh air, you know? And still I feel lonely. So I feel so, depression just happens. It just comes into my life. I can't control it. It's just there. And this random feeling of just feeling bad. And I don't like this. I don't want this, you know? I want this to finally stop, because I don't think I deserve that, you know? And talking about it helps. Accepting that this is not my responsibility, that I can't control this, helps, because I know it's not my fault, you know? Yeah, I think there's a lot of conscious thoughts I may have to realize, that it's not my fault, that I do everything right, and I live my life in the best way possible. And there's, like, I already take action myself, you know? It's not like I'm a really unproductive person. I mean, I get unproductive when I am getting depressed and I just hang on my phone, or I'm getting into the shower, you know? I don't really do anything a lot of times because I don't feel like it. I can't watch anime because I get depressed really easily, you know? Yeah. I hope every day when I feel great that this state is forever. And I know some people will be super realistic and be like, yeah, this can't be forever. It's normal to feel sad sometimes. I don't think that has to be the case. I think you can have a pretty normal life. I don't mean you have to be like crazy excited, but like just feeling like normal. Just like you don't care so much. You're just having a good day, you're just doing your stuff, and that's it. You know? I want a life like this. When you just keep working hard every day and grinding, and yeah, I don't know, you do something and you don't care so much, you know? I have those moments sometimes, and I hope it gets better in the future. Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. And, maybe we're gonna see each other in the next video. I can't really see if I will get pissed off YouTube one more time and will still not do any videos. So, yeah, you will just see. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.